This is incredible. Well, as you already know, this third episode in the shelter was going to be about a fishing challenge, where we were going to have to fish to eat at the place. On our previous fishing trip, we had essentially finished the challenge. We had already caught some little bass, some mokolos there at the place. And when we were coming here to prepare them, that's when I took a break and had some mate. That's when I looked at my phone and realized I had been hacked. My cards had been hacked or cloned. And well, obviously, because of that, I couldn't continue with the challenge. I had to quit, but I'm gonna show you some pictures from those fishing moments. And I also want to tell you this to warn you, because I fell for it in an unbelievable way. As you know, in the last video, I tested a flashlight sent from another country, which took a while to arrive. And do you know what the restrictions are like when they send us something from abroad? They sent me an email. I thought it was about the flashlight. I downloaded my data and, well, I fell for it. So I'm going to be sharing some images with you of how they contact you, or numbers in case any of you buy something from abroad. So you can avoid what happened to me. But anyway, that's it. So let's complete the challenge and see what we get today, friends. We're continuing with the fishing challenge, but this time, as you can see, we brought some debris here. The idea is to set up a kind of little oven here, something rustic that we can build to cook whatever we catch right here. So let's see what happens. We also brought this little spoon that will help us mix the mud with grass, and that way we'll be able to build the walls of the little oven. Today we added dough for the bait. Since we can't go to the shore, we'll tie the bucket to this rope, throw it in, and bring back water. That way we'll be able to prepare the dough to see if we can catch some boga or something. This is where we caught the last fish, so we're going to try this spot again. We're roughly 100 meters from the shelter. Let's try it cautiously. We hit with the second rod in the water. Nice shot. All right, we moved a few meters further. Let's cast here between the sticks. There has to be something around. There's no current here. I'll tie myself up with my little bag. For now, yes. It's 3 p.m. and we have sunlight until around 6:30. It's nice that days are getting longer, but for now, that's just beginning. And as for the little oven, we'll get it ready once we have the catch, because if we prepare it now, we'll just be wasting time, and we haven't caught a fish yet. So I pretty much already have the structure and the way we're going to prepare it figured out, so we'll do it quickly. What do you think? Does it look good or not? Here, look, there's the bag, and well, if any of you don't know the place, the old Pellegrini Bridge, look at how crazy it is. We fished up there with Guido. The old subscribers will know there are several videos up there. We've had some amazing catches. For those who don't know, I can show you around. Let's see if when the weather gets better, we take out the kayak and go in here or on the other side to show you the place properly. Look, this pillar, it's detached, crazy. A big mark there, likely from a heron. Huge. The river has dropped a lot, so you'll see a lot of mud. It used to reach all the way up there. Well, first catch with a buoy. Below the shelter. This one's too weak to go, so it'll stay. Let's gather more and try frying them. Let's make some sticks. With a point to build the whole base, so it can be really sturdy. With the clay, the little oven. What happens is that these branches are kind of hollow anyway. This tree has a bark when it's green. It won't work to build the shape to be able to put the mud in the middle properly, so let's see if we can take it out. See? This will help us to tie the shape together. We'll add small stones to form the shape. In a little while, we're going to look for the clay. We're going to mix it with grass so it becomes really solid. This we'll try making block shapes. Like this, so it makes things easier for us. This, look, it's already mixed with grass, so it's perfect for us. Well, it didn't stay on the shore. It slipped away down there. Let's see if we can go down. I was just coming back with the mud, and no, it's impossible to go down here. That's how it is. I'll see if leaving the rod lets me go down there. Look, I hooked it and pulled it up. Come on, we have one more to go. I think one more will do. It's 5 in the afternoon, so well, we're probably going to do some night fishing today too. Because the way things are going, we won't have enough time. Well, you could say the first wall is almost done. We're going to try to build this side now. What do you say? It's taking shape. You can't see it well because we're backlit. But in a while, we'll improve the view of the place. Here, we're going to do it more or less. At this point, the entrance will be here for the line, and it will stay up here, free to support the grill. For now, it's going well. Well, we have another catch. I think it got stolen on its own. It gets loose. Look at that old lady from the lake. Tremendous. They say it has really good meat. And you have to cut off its tail. Also remember, you must be of legal age and the game is for fun, not for making money. Well, what does it say? It's done. So now we need to look for firewood to prepare the campfire here. We need to clean the fish, and well, let's see if we can catch anything else. But now, in a little while, I'm going to start answering the questions people asked me on Instagram. So, well, I'll share it there so you can see. Look at the meat on this fish. Today, we won't waste time. Let's find a way to make the most of it for our meal. We'll have about half an hour of daylight left. I think, obviously, we brought the powerful mining flashlight again, so in this case, we don't have to worry. Over here, I had the knife for the fish because the other knife is pretty dirty. I was using it to prepare the food. Tell me, have you tried it? Look, it has a lot of meat. Look, tell me, is it just because I'm hungry? Or does this just look really good? And if you've tried it there too, let me know in the comments. Look, the sun will stay about 20 minutes. The boy's getting bites now, but I need to find firewood before sunset, that's all. Well, today's menu, let's see how it turns out. Well, one of the questions was why I haven't been tasting in the last videos. Columbus. What happens is that before, we used to go fishing for columbus a lot, because in winter it's very easy to catch some small ones, but we didn't have much luck either. We keep switching things up, and there are usually many bait stealers here too. So before you catch anything decent, you run out of bait. But columbus is really good. And one of my favorite species is the boga. The tarusha too, well, I have several, but always the boga and the carp. A few years ago, I caught them quite often here. Then I kept trying and never caught one again. I don't know what happened, honestly. But for those who haven't fished for carp, I recommend it because it's a very fish. It's exciting to catch. Remember, if you like the content and you're not subscribed yet, you can subscribe for free. And if you're watching on television, by swiping to the right, you'll see the option to subscribe. We're going to add some nice little logs to it, so once it catches on, we can prepare the fish. I don't know if you can see in the background, but the sun is already setting. Honestly, it turned out spectacular. Long live the month. What did you all think? If any of you already have experience making this and have any recommendations, I'll be reading them, obviously. This is rustic, that's all. Little bench. Seasoned salt, perfect for meats, chicken, and fish. Oil frying pan. I just took off my glasses because at this hour you can't see well anymore. They're in that transition where it's better not to use anything to see better. Ugh, the smoke. And well, this is possibly the last adventure here at the shelter. So if you want another part or something, do you think we could add something else? I'll read the comments. Look, in a moment, we'll put the little fish in. Is that okay? Honestly, I really liked how it turned out. I put this green leaf because it hasn't dried completely yet, so the grill doesn't get dirty. The last portion, friends, look at this. This would be the Vieja del Agua in some places. Nowadays, they call it devilfish. Look how it turned out. Amazing. Look how it turned out. It's amazing. This is incredible. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the food, but now it's time to return. We'll do some nighttime exploration around the area. We're going to take the path. Obviously, I'm using the flashlight that Uber sent me. I'll leave the link in the comments. But look at how this lights up. It's crazy. We have the little oven, the shelter, everything prepared, so come with me on the way back. We have a nice little path to walk. Take advantage of the comments to share some stories you have from night fishing. One story about this place, which is very well known, is about a person who comes up to the bridge and jumps off. But obviously it's unanimous. Let's say, look, now we would be crossing the bridge I showed you that's collapsed underneath. I'm not sure if you can see clearly, you'll tell me later, but the way this lights up is honestly incredible. Amazing. The craziest thing that ever happened to Guido and me. It was once when we were fishing in a place where we were walking along the shore, and there were 4 fishermen in a row, each about 3 meters apart. Let's say fishing. When we got closer, there were always 3. We fished next to them, and it was always 3. I wasn't alone that day. If you're alone, your mind can play tricks. But since Guido was with me, we both saw it, so it was wild. Some guinea pigs were running out. They just hid around here. My crazy ones because of the cold. plenty of cat claws today. They'll scratch you everywhere. We don't have much road left.